Today marks World Obesity Day, which serves as an annual platform to raise awareness and advocate for practical solution in addressing the global obesity crisis. This year's theme, 8 billion reasons to act on obesity, prompts reflections on how daily routine, food environment and inactivity are shaping an obesity crisis in South Africa and across the globe. Dis-Chem Clinical Regional Manager Adrian Madimula joins us now for more. Adrian, good evening. Thank you so much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Does South Africa have an obesity crisis?
Absolutely. If you look at the stats, currently they say that about 50% of South African women live with obesity, and that rate is going to go up to double by the end of 2030. So certainly we do have a very serious issue with obesity.
Yeah. What does one attribute it to? An inactive lifestyle or poor dietary choices? Or potentially a combination of both?
Exactly. I would put it as a potential combination of both, but also keeping in mind that it is not only those factors. There are also others such as genetic factors. If there is family history of obesity in the family, then chances are, genetic-wise, the offspring is also going to be at risk of developing obesity as well. And then you look at other factors besides genetics. We also have factors such as medications, certain medications that predispose people or put them at risk of obesity. We also have it's quite a lot of factors, really, where we are at a point where it's not purely, even though yes they do contribute, it's not purely just what we eat and whether we exercise or not.
I'm so glad you bring up genetics, because oftentimes a eugenic view of obesity has been criticized through instruments like a BMI measurement scale in determining whether or not someone is obese, which for people with African bodies oftentimes is a mischaracterization of it. So what would be a rule of thumb in a perhaps correct way to identify whether one is obese or not? I am 1.89 meters tall and I weigh 105 kilograms. By the BMI standards, I am obese, right? But I'm not, on the other hand of that. So how does one determine whether you're truly obese or not?
So there are a number of factors. So while it is true that BMI is become, as of late, not the most accurate way to diagnose obesity, because as you say, it does not take into account a lot of things such as your muscle weight. So in instances like that, we also do use a number of screening tools, especially when we start from an early age, where we use not only the weight and height, certain things like, for children, we do the mid-upper arm circumference, which assists us to gauge whether the weight is healthy or underweight or not. We also use, for adults, measurements such as visceral fat, your muscle mass. We use your body fat. We also use your waist circumference. So all of those put together give us a clearer picture in a clinical setting of whether obesity is present or not.
Yeah. What are the medical implications of obesity? Oftentimes people are predisposed to lifestyle-related diseases like diabetes in instances if they are obese. But how extensive are those impacts? I think we've lost Adrian there. Adrian, are you still with us?
Quite extensive, I would say, Oliver, because if you recall exactly like you just said, that
Go ahead, Adrian.
Yes, I am. I
think we've lost Adrian there. We'll try and re-establish that connection. But of course, this is an important and ongoing conversation in the health and livelihoods of South Africans.